BTS may have humongous fan bases around the world who worship them. They also have to face a lot of criticism, especially about how they look. They should stop wearing makeup. They look like boys, not real men. A guy doing a skincare routine? Not very manly. The debate about BTS members and other male K-pop idols being masculine enough or not has been going on for a while now. Some people even claim they are a threat to real masculinity. But are they really? Let's find out. First, we need to understand what is the concept of soft masculinity that's often associated with male K-pop idols. The term appeared in academic research around 2011 when Dr. Song Young wrote Korean Masculinities and Transcultural Consumption for the Hong Kong University Press. Soft masculinity has roots in the Seobin men, Korean scholars and intellectuals during the Joseon dynasty, inspired by Confucianism. It later blended with the Bishonen aesthetic. Indeed, in 1998, the ban on Japanese culture was lifted, and South Korea was introduced to Bishonen manga, which often portrays young, beautiful men with an androgynous style as their main characters. And in the early 2000s came the K-drama Winter Sonata, depicting a gentle and clean intellectual main character. All these concepts influenced the K-pop male aesthetic as we know it today, and soft masculinity seems to represent the ideal South Korean man. And do you know what this ideal man does? He takes care of his skin.
Hydration, nourishment, and radiance.
K-beauty is definitely a big part of the Korean wave, currently unfolding on the world. Everyone is getting addicted to Korean cosmetics and the skin-first philosophy it promotes, and for good reasons. South Korea has cutting-edge beauty treatments, innovative skincare brands, and the ability to conceptualize, produce, and release products in just a few months, which usually takes years to other cosmetic companies. South Korea built an ecosystem that keeps costs down while allowing companies to launch products quickly. Also, Korean skincare isn't just skincare, it's a sensory experience. The texture, the smell, the packaging, everything is made with purpose and meant to be shared on social media over and over again. In 2025, South Korea became the second largest cosmetic export country in the world, just after France. It exported more than $11 billion worth of products. It also became the first cosmetic export country in the US, and K-beauty is present in major retailers around the globe like Sephora and Boots. But K-beauty is not just targeting women, it's been targeting men for several years now. South Korea's largest cosmetic retailer, Olive Young, launched a men's beauty section in 2024, and the French luxury brand Chanel chose South Korea to launch its first men makeup line in 2018. And with K-pop music taking over the world, who is better suited to promote skincare to both men and women than male K-pop idols? The artist G-Dragon was ahead of his time. He was the first male idol to endorse lipstick for the brand The Sim around 2014. In recent years, we've seen Jin from BTS becoming an ambassador for the skincare brand Laneige, renowned for its lip sleeping mask. Jeno from NCT started promoting the makeup brand Apia. And more recently, V from BTS became the face of a new foundation product by the brand Cheer. Why them? Well, a lot of idols embrace the flamboyance of masculinity aesthetic. They embody the fantasy of the ideal Korean man, which makes them perfect models for K-beauty brands. Glass skin, pouchy lips, lean but defined figures. But they were initially recruited for these features. Talent scouts working in record labels not only look for talent when recruiting potential K-pop idols, they look for specific physical characteristics that can be worked on and maximized to create the so-called perfect Korean man. Also, male K-pop idols are trendsetters with the ability to make a product go viral. They influence millions of fans around the world, and those fans are potential customers. Idols are the perfect marketing tool for the K-beauty industry. However, idols embracing the soft masculinity aesthetic gives the impression that they are embracing their feminine side, and therefore women in general, and to some extent it's probably true. But K-pop being a window to South Korea, it creates this illusion that the South Korean society is progressive and embraces women, but when you look at the South Korean society as a whole, this is far from the truth. South Korea ranked many times at the first place in the OECD country list with the worst gender pay gap over the past few years, with more than a 30% gap between men and women working the same job. The truth is that the South Korean society is still based on patriarchy and traditional values that undermine women. The frustration and anger resulting from gender inequality gave birth to the 4B movement around 2017. It's a South Korean feminist movement that stands for not having children, not dating or marrying men, and not having any type of physical relationship with them. But the movement received some backlash. In 2022, during the South Korean presidential election, President Yoon Suk-yeol claimed he wanted to abolish the Ministry of Gender Equality and Family because it was detrimental to men, and many men around South Korea agreed with him, especially ones in their 20s. Yes, K-pop is increasingly popular, but if we look at the big picture, everything male K-pop idols represent seems in total opposition to the rise of the manosphere and the incel movement dangerously spreading in some Western countries. According to the UN, the manosphere is an umbrella term for communities that promote harmful definitions of masculinity. The manosphere targets male audiences in all digital spaces, including social media, podcasts, gamer communities, and even dating apps. They often promote values and behaviors harmful to women's freedom and gender equality, and are against any sort of feminist movement. Leaders of the manosphere like Clavicular and Andrew Tate spread their ideology through social media, where they can reach every generation of men, but especially young ones who are often more influential. They basically reject the male K-pop aesthetic, seeing it as emasculated. This issue is getting so big that the French Senate recently released a report about the rise of the masculinist and incel movement in France, claiming that the danger is so big it now represented a risk for democracy, a potential terrorist threat, and should be dealt with accordingly. All of this happening at the same time. There is another paradox to the South Korean society. If you walk in the streets of Seoul, you will quickly realize that all men do not look like the members of BTS, and that's totally okay. Just like when you walk in LA, not all men look like Jack Gyllenhaal or Chris Hemsworth. K-pop idols are made to represent a fantasy, and their image is very carefully curated through cosmetic treatments, diet, light, makeup, and sometimes even plastic surgery. The neighborhood of Gangnam in Seoul is known for having many skin clinics and plastic surgeons trying to help patients reach a beauty ideal set by K-pop idols, among other factors. Meanwhile, South Korea is facing a very important shortage in other medical fields. According to the OECD Health Statistic of 2023, South Korea had one of the lowest ratio of doctors to population in the developed world, 2.6 doctors for 1,000 people. The healthcare shortage in critical fields is real, and it doesn't help that more and more new doctors choose to work in the cosmetic fields because it's more lucrative and the work-life balance probably easier. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe to the Music Project channel.